Welcome back to another episode of the Brilliant Resilient Experience.
Hey, nowadays the pain follow me. Deal with trauma privately. I don't want to be a burden. I handle things defiantly.
What's up, guys? It has been a while since I've done a solo podcast. I don't even remember the last time. I think my birthday might have been the last solo podcast that I did, but yeah, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure that was the last one that I did, because I've had guests on pretty much every episode since then. As you guys could probably tell, I don't do as many solo episodes anymore, really, because the solo episodes were, first of all, for me to kind of like just talk about whatever topics I want to talk about and kind of like share some of my life and my experiences and just like kind of my journey, I guess, but also just kind of to stay consistent. Because when I started my podcast, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this every single week, like minimum one episode a week. And I'm never not going to do an episode every week. So I think I took 1 week off. I think actually, no, this podcast, I don't think I've ever taken a week off. I'm pretty sure. I changed the day that I released the episode a couple times, and now I just kind of try to, I don't know. I try to do at least one a week, but I usually do more. So it's like I have to do at least one episode a week, but I've had a lot of different guests. So like it seemed like all of a sudden I just kept getting people asking me to come on, and then I was like, man, I should really probably do more than one episode a week, because then I can have so many more people on. Because it's like, otherwise I'm scheduling things like 2 months in advance or 3 months in advance. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. This just seems counterproductive. Especially when people have fights coming up. I feel like either they want to promote their fight or they want to come on after the fight to kind of talk about like, you know, their performance and talk about what they, call people out. Like when Tony Soto came on the podcast and called out Luis Palomino. That was freaking awesome. Yeah, so I feel like, let's see. I'm just going to look at like all the guests. Because, okay, so the theme of today's episode is not just me rambling. That's just, that's how I start this thing off. I don't know any other way to do it. That's what I do. But anyways, once I'm done rambling for a couple minutes, then I get into the content. So I want to talk about gratitude today because it was just Thanksgiving, which was awesome. I needed time off so bad. I was so tired, so run down, and it was nice to just have a couple days. Like I took Thursday and Friday off, and I didn't do any. Well, okay, Friday I think I did some content, but other than that, like, didn't do any podcasts, and the only stuff that I edited was like short form stuff, so it didn't take me like hours like it does when I edit long form. But yeah, I had a relaxing Thursday and a relaxing Friday, and it felt amazing. Like I really needed the rest, so I'm glad I took the time off. I'm glad I had Thanksgiving. It was just me and my parents. My sister lives in Florida, and my other siblings, they live kind of far too, and we have like multiple families we have to get to, so it's just me and my parents this year. But it was still nice. I mean, the food is always good, and I don't know, it's kind of nice. I mean, we went to see my uncle, we went to see my brother, so we kind of traveled to the people for Thanksgiving. We didn't have people over, we just kind of went to them. But yeah, we dropped them off some food. My uncle, he is paralyzed, has brain damage, so we try to go, help him and visit him, but he lives in a group home, so we went to go see him and just had our usual laughs with him. He's hilarious, and we dropped off his Thanksgiving feast, so yeah, that was funny. And then we dropped off some food to my brother, and yeah, it was nice. It was definitely nice to be able to sleep. I took a nap Thanksgiving Day, and I went to bed at like 9, maybe even earlier than 9 o'clock. I don't even know. I went to bed so early on Thanksgiving. And then I kind of slept until like 8 or 8:30 on Black Friday. And what did I do Friday? Oh, me and my mom, that was when we got my tires, and then me and my mom went to go get lunch. That's what we did. Yeah, I finally got tires in my car. Oh my God, it was like past the point where like I needed tires a while ago. But I survived. I survived with my low tread tires. I survived, but I didn't want to go through the winter without. Yeah, that would have been rough. That would have been rough. But yeah. Yeah, so anyways, so the theme of today's episode is really gratitude, and then I'm going to do some Q&A later and talk about just whatever's happening in pop culture, whatever the trends are, whatever everybody's talking about, give my little hot takes. But I want to talk about what I am thankful for and kind of just give thanks to all the people and just opportunities, everything that I'm grateful for. And if I miss anything or if I miss any people, I apologize. I tried to kind of make a list, but then it got to the point where I was like, I don't know, I feel like I need to like just talk it out, and then I'll think of more things. But yeah, so I just want to, express my gratitude for the people who have helped me along the way, or just like, not really like things, but like places, opportunities, just stuff like that. And we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm going to do that. Talk about what I'm thankful for, and then, like I said, I'll do the Q&A. So, yeah, sorry, I need to yawn. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm not even really tired. I just had the yawn. So I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think my brain is tired. I think that's what's going on. So the first thing I want to say that I'm thankful for is, of course, my family. Thankful for my parents, my siblings, my, grandparents. One of my grandparents is still alive, but, thankful for, my family and my parents for helping me and supporting me, for, me kind of making a pretty big shift in my career, and just kind of helping me and supporting me along the way, and helping me kind of get to a point where I can actually start really taking this more seriously. Even though I am taking it seriously, I just kind of want to take it to another level. And in order to do that, I decided that what might be the best, I guess, financial decision for me to make is to move back in with my parents for, temporarily for a little bit. I don't know, maybe like 6 months or so, maybe less, depending on how things go. But basically just to reduce my expenses as much as possible, because my rent went up again for like the third time in a row. And it got to the point where it was like, and this probably isn't a lot for some people, because I know in different geographic areas, rent is higher in other areas, but also usually that means the income is higher a lot of times. Well, hopefully. Otherwise, well, I guess that's why they have a lot of homeless people in LA. Never thought about that. I guess if it's expensive to live somewhere, it's more likely to have homeless people. But yeah, so I think it was almost $1,400 a month. It was over $1,300. It was like $1,350, I think. And to me, like, it just got to the point where, because it's not just that. It's like I have my car payment, I have my insurance, I have when I owned the business, I had the business expenses. So now that I don't have the business expenses, that definitely helps with not owning my insurance agency anymore, because that was a huge, I don't think people understand how expensive it is to run a business with employees. It is so expensive. But anyways, so owning a business, that was very, very expensive. Because then you also have office rent. So on top of your personal rent, you have office rent. So I reduced my expenses at least on that end before. So I was like, okay, it's still, my options were basically try to find a job that is flexible enough, with lupus that pays, a decent salary, and, it's going to be like a 9-to-5 job. But then, I'm kind of stuck for a little bit. There's only so much you can do when you have a 9-to-5 job, especially if you're having to commute. Because the job I had before, I was commuting at least 45 minutes one way to and from work. So it was a lot of commuting. So I decided it would be better for me to just move back in with my parents, kind of get situated and get all my stuff moved, and then just go back to doing like 1099 work, like doing delivery driving, doing like stuff like that. I don't like do Uber where you have people in your car, because I don't know, that just kind of weirds me out. But I'll like do the food delivery. I don't mind doing that. And the grocery delivery, actually kind of like that because I like going to the grocery store. So it's kind of fun, low key. But, and then just like whatever opportunities come my way. If there's an opportunity to do a gig and it pays, a certain amount of money where it like makes sense logically, then I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Or if it's something I enjoy doing, like, if I get paid to do, I don't know, any kind of like music. Like I've done music gigs before and those are fun. But I would have to like really start playing again to feel comfortable doing that. And then just like random stuff, like people hire me to do their social media all the time. And if they need help with like their social media, they'll kind of hire me to help them with that. And then I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I mean, just like whatever opportunities are available. I mean, that's kind of, I'd rather do that, because if I can make it work, then it makes more sense, because then I'm not having to like revolve my whole life around a job, because I feel like I'm getting way off topic here, but I felt like it was necessary to tell this story so you guys understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, like the job I had before, it was like, this job needs to be your life. And it's like, no, sorry. No, it's not. Like, I am going to build my brand and my business while I work at your job so I can leave your job, because you're not going to keep me forever and I'm not going to want to stay here forever. So like, we got to meet in the middle somewhere. Like, why does every company want you to stay there for the rest of your life? Like, why? Like, why can't you just think about it like, okay, here's employee retention is this much. The average employee stays 1 year, whatever. And then basically you look at that data and you're like, okay, so if we get 2 years out of this person, we did great as far as retention goes. And look at hiring like that, where you're hiring somebody for like 2 to 5 years, or you're hiring somebody that you need for 10 years, or it depends on the position, but it's like some positions, you can still benefit from an employee who's only there for a year. If they perform really well for a year, that's a huge gain for your business. So yeah, I've never understood that mentality with companies, but whatever. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying. So I decided it would be better for me to kind of just do my own thing. And basically I do 30 to 40 hours a week of doing delivery driving. And then, which honestly doesn't feel like that much. It feels like less, but it's because I'm like in my car, and when I'm driving to and from, I'm listening to podcasts and audiobooks. So, or sometimes I'll listen to my own podcast and then I'll like think of, oh, I should clip this, or I'll kind of just like critique myself and listen to my own stuff. And that actually helps me get better. And I need to start doing that more. But I also like to listen to other podcasts just to kind of see like what other people do, and kind of, I always take something from it or just enjoy listening to it. Like when I listen to Joe Rogan, I'm just like enjoying the conversation because he's so good at conversations. But anyways, yeah, so I'm doing that. And then basically whatever other jobs come up, if there's little gigs I can do here and there, 1099 stuff, then I'm always down for that, but depending on what it is. But preferably I want to be able to work remotely. That's my goal, especially with having lupus. Like, your health is kind of unpredictable, so you never know like when you're going to need to take time off. So it is important to me to have the ability and flexibility to work remotely. And also, I just think I've always been like fated to be my own boss. And so like I owned the insurance agency and I got a taste of business ownership and kind of learned like things I do like, things I don't like, how, you know, the type of business I want to build. And it helped me learn a lot about what it takes to own a business. So I am thankful for that opportunity. But yeah, I'm thankful for my family. You know, I went through a horrible time with my insurance agency. Like the last 6 months of it were just horrible. I mean, it was so bad. It was like so many customers that I lost. And the rates went skyrocketed. So that's why I had a bunch of people leave. And it was very hard to run the business by myself because I got to the point where it didn't make sense for me to pay for employees because, I mean, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be out of here. So, and yeah, it was just like, I honestly wish I would have gotten out sooner. And I kept telling them, I'm like, I don't think this is working. And of course, you know, corporate's going to tell you to stay positive, of course. You know, I don't blame them, but still I was like, yeah, I should have gotten out here way sooner. But you live and you learn. But yeah, it was just like, yeah, it was bad. And so, you know, going through that, it was tough to, I don't know. It was just like an identity crisis, I guess. 'Cause I was like, I did insurance for 5 years. Like I dedicated my life to it. And that's why I never started the MMA podcast. That's why I never started any of this stuff before. It wasn't until I decided I was going to leave insurance forever. That's when I decided that I was going to start this. So even though I started this while I was still owning the agency, I had already like decided I was going to leave at that point because you have to give like 3 months notice. So I had to decide like way before. So I decided, sorry guys, my throat. I don't know what is going on with my throat right now. I have really bad allergies. Like I've had to do Flonase and Sudafed every single day because for a while I couldn't hear out of my right ear. So if my audio is messed up, honestly, I'm not surprised. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying, geez, I am going off on too many tangents right now. My ADD is in full effect. Or my ADHD, rather. But yeah, so I'm thankful for my family for supporting me through that experience and supporting me in deciding that even though, you know, they may not quite understand all the podcast stuff, it's okay. You know, one day maybe they'll understand it, but that's fine. But yeah, thankful for my family for supporting me in deciding that, you know, this is what I want to do and being in like MMA, doing interviews, commentary, stuff like that. So thankful for that because this is definitely what I am made to do, especially doing the interviews with the fighters. That is so much fun. I love it. I love talking to fighters. They're so interesting to me. So yeah, so I'm thankful for my family for that, for supporting me, helping me, and letting me move back in with them. It's been, honestly, I moved out when I was 19. And I moved back in with them for like 3 months when I was 22. And then I haven't lived with them since then. So it's been a while. And yeah, I mean, it's very temporary. But the economy right now is so bad and rent is so high that it's just like doesn't make sense for me to live on my own. Like it's so expensive. My bills were outrageous. So I'm like, yeah, no, this is not worth it. So just to like live on your own, I don't know. It's kind of overrated. I just want to eliminate as many expenses as possible. And of course I'm going to contribute, like give my parent, you know, help my parents out too. But I just had to make a decision on that. And it was not the decision I wanted to make. I wanted to be like, yeah, I'm going to make it work But I just had a feeling that having a full-time job for another year, like that's going to drain a lot of energy and creativity out of me. And I don't know. It's going to take me a lot longer to get to where I want to go if I have a full-time job. So, yeah, I don't know. And I tried to find like work from home jobs. I couldn't find anything. I don't have a college degree, so I don't qualify for a lot of jobs. Seriously, like every job wants like a master's degree now. And I'm like, what? Like, really? I need a master's degree to work at PacSun? I'm just joking. Maybe you do need a master's degree to work at PacSun. I don't know. But anyways, I am still thankful though for the opportunities that I've had and the jobs that I've had that have all prepared me for where I'm at, whether I liked the job or not. It helped me. It kept me busy. It paid me money. So I'm grateful for every job I've had. Hopefully I will never have to work for someone else again, but if I have to, whatever. But I think deep down, I think I am just an entrepreneur at heart. I think that's just who I am. I don't think there's any way around that. So, and I've always been that way. Like since I was a kid, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So like I did DECA in high school. I went to DECA Internationals 2 years in a row. And that was like all about business and marketing and entrepreneurship and stuff. So just saying, like I took an entrepreneurship class in high school. I took a marketing class. I took advanced marketing. Like, yeah, this is what I've always wanted to do. Oh, I was trying to see where I'm at on the list. I'm also thankful for my mentors and my influences. So people who have influenced me, whether I know that person or not, I'm thankful for all of those people, which there's way too many to name because I have way too many influences. So some of my mentors, Garrett Atkins, I believe he just retired maybe from Vi. I don't know if he retired yet. I don't know if he said he was going to. I can't remember what he said. But the founder of Vi Media, Garrett Atkins. So he's actually a content creator too, and he's helped me so much with giving me advice and helping me kind of just guiding me in the right direction with like what I'm doing with my podcast, what I'm doing with my content and all that. So I'm very grateful for him and his support of what I'm doing. Joey Pieper, he is somebody that I met at basically it was like an entrepreneurship conference, or maybe it was like a personal branding conference. I don't know. It was one of those types of conferences and it was fantastic. It was Zach Babcock was the guy that I guess was like in charge of it. And Joey Pieper was there and he gave like a little talk and he showed us a lot of content strategy and he showed us like how to create thumbnails and stuff like that. So it was really, really helpful. It's just things that you don't really get from watching YouTube. Like you kind of have to get that in person. And it was really, really helpful. He gave us a lot of great pointers and yeah, it was awesome. And since then, I've even worked for him a little bit. So I did an acting job for him and I did helped with like their short form content for a little while. And so we've worked together and he's great to work with. So I honestly, that's probably one of the people that's helped me, I guess, that's been like the most involved in like paying attention to what I'm doing. Like he'll look at my content every once in a while and like, complimented my interview. So I appreciate that feedback. And just kind of giving me pointers here and there, just like every once in a while. Cause I know he's super busy with like running multiple companies, but, I'm thankful for his help, honestly. That was super valuable. Even just the information that we gained from that conference. I mean, that was incredible. So, and then let's see who else. John Bravo. So John Bravo is, I would consider a friend, even though we've never met, but he's a big influence of mine. And I didn't start talking to John, like we'll talk on Instagram and stuff once in a while, and we watch each other's content, and well, he doesn't watch mine as much anymore because I do way too many podcasts. He watches every once in a while. But yeah, so I started watching his content when he was covering the Leo and longevity case, and that was super interesting to me, and I loved his content style, and his editing really caught my attention. I really liked his editing, and his editing has actually influenced my style quite a bit. And he's given me tons of pointers, and he's been doing YouTube for over 10 years, so obviously he knows a thing or two about how it works. But yeah, super thankful for John. He's just the kind of person that just is themselves, and they're just do not care what people think. I love it. I love that. I love anybody that has that mentality. It's freaking awesome. It's like, yeah, just be yourself, for real. So another person I'm thankful for is Sam Tripoli. Sam Tripoli is another person that has kind of really given me a lot of direction and guidance on just podcasting and yeah, YouTube. He's kind of just pushed me, to keep going and, keep uploading every single week, don't stop. And he's got just a crazy work ethic. Whitney Cummings was on Joe Rogan, and she said that Sam Tripoli has 12 podcasts. That is crazy. But the fact that he still makes time to just say, whether it's watching one of my clips or watching one of my episodes, kind of just giving me feedback on my content, it's actually really, really helpful. So, yeah. And then also thankful for Dave Van Auken of Fight Bananas for just being a great mentor and kind of pushing me to get out of my comfort zone with doing the post-fight interviews. That obviously worked out fantastic because everybody really loved it. And I got to do it again. So that was really fun, by the way. I'm honestly really grateful for that opportunity to do those post-fight interviews because I feel like it helped me kind of discover something that I really love to do. And I love doing the podcast, but I really do love doing those short, 1 minute post-fight interviews because it's just kind of a lot of emotion and adrenaline. And then I feel like the long form, it's kind of like a deeper, more meaningful conversation. But I feel like the post-fight interviews are just as meaningful because it's so much built up to it. It's so much emotion. It's so much energy. So I don't know. I like getting to know people. I think that's why I like doing podcasts, because I like learning about how people's brains work and just the way that they think, their perspective on things. I think it's always good to just listen to other people's perspective on things. I think that makes you a better person, a smarter person, and more just intuitive, I think. But anyways, yeah, so then I'm thankful for my friends, of course. Obviously I already said I'm thankful for my family, so I'm thankful for my friends, Emily and Montel. I would consider Emily just an OG. She's a ride or die. She's awesome. I love Emily. And I love Montel too. I mean, I met Montel before Emily. We worked together, and then he started dating Emily, and then we were at his birthday party or whatever, and I met Emily, and I'm like, this girl's freaking awesome. So now she's my bestie. And then also Caitlin Cameron. I haven't seen her in a minute. But if you're watching this, we should hang out soon. Just saying. I'm so horrible at scheduling and planning things because everybody has so much going on, and then we can never find a day and time that works, and then it's we just forget about it. It's no, we need to We need to do it. We need to make the time and figure it out. And then Kayla, of course, she's been my friend for literally my entire life. Haven't seen her in a while because she does not live where I live. She lives far away. But I am so excited to see her again, hopefully soon. And yeah, just really grateful to have her as a friend still. You know, it's been so long, and every time we see each other, we just kind of fall right back where we were, and it's really nice. Yeah, so I'm thankful for Kayla, thankful for her whole family, honestly, because I've been so close to her family. Like, it almost feels weird, like, not having them as close as we used to be, like when we were kids. But, you know, I mean, that's just the way it goes when you get older. But yeah, really grateful for her and her family. And then thankful for Amber. She's a newer friend of mine. We've only been friends for, I think, a couple years at this point. And so, but it honestly feels like we've been friends for longer because we have so many common interests. Like, we both love podcasts. We both love MMA. We both love to go watch the fights. So she's like my fight night buddy, I guess you could say. But yeah, really grateful for her. And then I am grateful for, yeah, just anybody. Honestly, I'm probably forgetting a ton of people. But those are like that's like my close circle, I guess you could say. Like, I don't have a huge circle, but that's like my close circle of my friends that I would consider like, yeah, like close friends. Like I said, I mean, the older I get, the smaller my circle gets, honestly, because it's like you can only hang out with so many people. Because I don't even like go out that much. Like, me and my friends, we don't hang out all the time. But yeah, but anyways, so that's, and I'm thankful for, honestly, even the people that aren't my close friends. Like, there's a lot of people I consider my friend that I've never even met or that I'm not like super close to, but I still consider them my friend. Like, if they needed something, like, I would try to help them, you know? So yeah. Gosh, my throat is still so dry. My allergies are horrible. Oh, it's probably because of the space heater in here. Did not think about that. I want to turn this off. Yeah, that was too much. I am also thankful for my sponsor, Bruce from Watson Health Group. Watson Health Group. Thankful for him, and just thankful for, yeah, obviously being a sponsor, my first sponsor on the podcast, on Bree Talks MMA. That's my MMA podcast. So thankful that I have people that are willing to sponsor me. I mean, super grateful for that opportunity and help me kind of, yeah, get this thing going so I can keep just making it better and leveling up, and hopefully get a new computer soon. Yeah, working on that. I need a desktop computer, so that is on my list of things I am saving up for. But yeah, so I'm thankful for my sponsor, and just yeah, any support, honestly, I'm thankful for. Any type of support, even if it's just watching my video, because literally everything helps. So I appreciate every single form of support, big or small. And then I'm thankful for the fighters, because if it weren't for the fighters, then I wouldn't have all these opportunities that I have. So thankful for the fighters, thankful for anybody who's willing to step in the cage or step in the ring. Takes a lot of courage, takes a lot of guts. So I appreciate that. And then I'm thankful for my health. So I'm thankful for Lauren Tripp. She is the owner of Eichling Med Spa. She's also a nurse. So she's been really, really helpful, just giving me pointers and tips on kind of just natural ways of kind of helping your body, honestly. And which is nice because, you know, as much as I do believe in medication and, you know, there's a time and place for certain treatments and things like that, you know, obviously I believe in all that, but I think it's nice too sometimes to really get down to the root cause of like, okay, instead of taking a pill for this, maybe I should just eat a little bit healthier. Like, you know, if there's a lifestyle decision that I can make that will eliminate the need for the medication, then it's like, okay, then I should probably make the lifestyle change first. So, and then if I still need it, then that's, obviously that makes sense. But yeah, so she's just been helping me, and I'm doing like, the vitamin injections, doing B12 injections. That's been really, really helpful, especially avoiding getting sick. Yeah. So very grateful for my health. Obviously, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I have lupus. So you know that I struggle with those symptoms, and there's no cure for lupus. So yeah, so I'm grateful that I have my health. I'm grateful that actually lately I've been feeling pretty good. So I'm thankful that, I don't know, I mean, I have symptoms still, of course, like joint pain and stuff, but it seems like a lot of it's getting better. It seems like lately I've been, I would say, handling it better. I'm also thankful for Andrew Huberman, because his podcast has really helped me a lot in not only tools for helping me kind of deal with lupus, not that it's like a cure or anything, like doing things like cold exposure and stuff like that, but also just like ways to deal with my ADHD. I feel like that has definitely helped me in dealing with, just learning how my brain works. I guess it's helped me a lot with that. So definitely grateful for that. And really, honestly, anybody that's working in mental health, anybody that is trying to bring support, bring awareness, or even like trying to develop new treatments, and research. Yeah, that's super, super important. So, and then I'm also grateful for just all the opportunities that I've been given. Thankful for being able to do like I said, the fight interviews. That's been really fun. The guest episodes of my podcast. I'm grateful for just any opportunity I've ever had. So, but especially the opportunities lately, and more opportunities that are on the way, what I'm very excited for. So yeah, very, very thankful for that. Thankful for my gym and the team at ESMMA and Fitness. Eric Steenberg is head coach. We've got some great fighters at ESMMA, Austin Miller, Kendall Whited. I could keep naming some because there's a ton of great fighters out of that gym. But yeah, I'm thankful for finding a gym that seems to be a really good fit for me. A gym that I can kind of go at my own pace, because like with having lupus, it is a little bit of a challenge, especially getting back into a routine. So I'm trying to do it right this time, try not to rush myself, which is hard to do because training is very fun. I'm just training boxing right now. So I'm thankful, honestly, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I found such a great gym. Yeah, and I'm thankful that I feel well enough to be able to train, because honestly, there was a while where it was kind of hard, and yeah, so I feel like now I'm getting back in a groove, and I'm excited to see kind of where that takes me. And then I'm thankful for the MMA media people. So everybody, the Fighting Now, I'm trying to think of more. I feel like I cannot think of them off the top of my head now that I'm like on the spot. Yeah, and like anybody that I've kind of started, I guess, conversing with, because we had this little MMA media Instagram group chat or whatever. I think it's people still use it. I don't have time for it anymore, but there's a lot of people still in it. And yeah, I'm just thankful for everybody that's helped me and supported me, because like I'm not a journalist. I just started doing interviews and doing all this stuff like on my own. Like I didn't get hired to do this. Like I didn't go to journalism school. Like I don't even have a college degree. So it's like the fact that actual journalists have been willing to help me and help me kind of like learn the ropes is really cool. Not that I really want to be a journalist, because I don't think that's what I want. Not like I don't know, like I guess podcasting is journalism in a way. But like I basically want to do like what Joe Rogan has done, I guess. So I'm thankful for freedom. Thankful for all the freedom that we have in this country. Although sometimes there are moments where I wonder how much freedom do we actually have. But I don't know. I'm just thankful for the freedom that we do have, to be honest. I mean, there's always going to be give and take no matter what. But I am thankful for the freedoms that I have, you know, the ability to be able to do a podcast or be able to do all of this stuff. I think is amazing. It's really, really cool. So I'm thankful for that. And then I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful to wake up in the morning. That is the thing I am most thankful for, because every day is an opportunity. And if you take life for granted, then you're going to look back and regret that. So I think it's important to live every day with intention and not like YOLO, like, you know, live like every day like it's your last. I think that's a little, could be misconstrued, but yeah, just like living your life with intention, living with purpose, and knowing that, you know, it could all be taken away from you tomorrow. Or you could have a very long life. So it's like, you just don't know. But, yeah, so that's, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing some things, but in a nutshell, that is what I'm thankful for. So now I'm going to get into some Q&A. If I can find the questions. I know Austin Miller had a bunch of questions, and then I don't know. I think he might have been the only person that asked questions for this one. Because the other ones I did on the MMA podcast. Because they were all MMA questions. Because people always ask me MMA stuff. And I'm like, you can ask me other things, guys. You can ask me other stuff. Where did this go? Oh my God. Did I delete it? Where is it? Oh my God, I thought I screenshotted it. Oh, I found it. I was like, I swear I screenshotted it. Oh, I had more questions than I thought. It wasn't just Austin. So the first question is from Matos J23. Sorry, my voice keeps cracking. Oh my gosh. I think that space heater was like making my throat hurt. I don't know. Do you keep up with PFL? Yes. I just covered the tournament on my MMA podcast, Bree Talks MMA. And I've been covering every single event this year. So I just started covering them this year, though. So this 2023 season, I'm pretty sure I covered every single fight card. And then, let's see. The Fighting Now asks, who are you thankful for as far as the media side? Well, I just kind of answered that, I guess. But yeah, thankful for The Fighting Now. I'm thankful for Fight Bananas. I'm thankful for, I'm trying to think who else. Even people that I don't really talk to, like I watch, I'm trying to think of what other MMA media I watch. Well, I watch Luke Thomas. Sometimes I'll watch Ariel Helwani. Not too often anymore, but I used to watch his stuff a lot. And I watch, I'm trying to think who else. Who else do I watch? Oh, Hey Jive. Hey Jive Pics, I think is his Instagram name. He has really good content. His isn't like a podcast. It's more of just like him making videos, like TikToks, but I really like his stuff. It's like really, he's really good at capturing attention. And then I'm trying to think who else. I can't think right now, but I'm thankful for, The Fighting Now, Fight Bananas, other MMA podcasts, everybody that has kind of helped me and given me pointers along the way. Honestly, there's like way too many to name, But yeah, I'm thankful for anybody who's helped me at all. For real. Okay, next question. Okay, now these are from Austin Miller. So these are from the Outlaw MMA __ Austin Miller. Yeah, he sent me like 3 questions. See, this is the kind of energy I need, guys. If you guys send me multiple questions, that's perfect, because that really, it helps me with talking points, you know. I'm sitting here talking by myself. It's hard to keep the conversation going sometimes. But anyways, okay, so getting into his questions. Who is your biggest inspiration in life as a whole? I think everybody knows the answer to this. Probably Joe Rogan, honestly, because I am trying to basically do a lot of the things that he does. Yeah, so I think that's probably my biggest inspiration. Or I guess inspiration, I have several. I mean, there's so many. I guess that's more my biggest influence is Joe Rogan. My biggest inspiration, who would that be? Biggest inspiration. Yeah, I don't know. There's too many. Laura Senko is one. Rose Namajunas. Francis Ngannou, honestly, is a huge inspiration, especially after what he just did to Tyson Fury. That was crazy. I don't know who my biggest inspiration is. I have to think about that. I'll think about that. What inspires you most in life, and how do you handle the stress of beginning your podcast? What inspires me most in life? I would say what inspires me most in life is to see other people who are chasing their dream or doing things that where like the odds are stacked against you and you come out on top. Yeah, I'm inspired by other people, really. People who are kind of maybe an underdog. I really do love an underdog story. So, people where it's like Francis Ngannou, honestly, people like that, like people who are in a situation and maybe people say, oh, there's no way that you could actually do that, or there's no way you'll be successful. And then they end up proving everybody wrong. I think that's really cool. That definitely inspires me. And then how do I handle the stress of beginning my podcast? I don't know if I'd consider it really stressful. But there is a lot of preparation like for the MMA podcast and even the guest episodes. But that's why I do, like, I started doing outlines for all my episodes, because it takes a lot of like the nerves away, because you have like a blueprint. You have a guide of like where you're going to go with the conversation. So it doesn't feel like you're constantly on your toes. Like that's how it felt to me before. Like when I was doing interviews, I was just kind of winging it. And so like I had an idea, like I had questions written down, but a lot of times I wouldn't even look at my sheet. I would just kind of like get in the zone and just keep talking, which sometimes actually creates really good episodes. And I don't know, sometimes it's fun to do that, but since I am doing so many, it does really help me out to be prepared and kind of outline it. So I do an outline for all my episodes now, and that really helps. And yeah, just like trying to do as much research as I can. You know, sometimes I have an hour to do research, and it's like, okay, let me just see what I can get, out of an hour. But if I have more time, then I will definitely put more time into researching. And also, I wish I could put more time into editing, but yeah, it's hard to find the time. But I really want to start doing more editing again because I used to do a lot of it. And I felt like it made me a lot better when I would like kind of take my time with editing and like play around with things a little bit. So, and then let's see. Do you have aspirations to fight, even if it's just one? Yes. Yes. I think boxing. I really like boxing. I don't know. I'm definitely not opposed. I mean, not right now. Like, I need more time. I need to train a lot more. I'm not ready yet. Yeah, like let me get into a better routine with my training. Because right now I'm training 2 days a week. I mean, I need to ramp it up if I'm gonna even think about that. So, yeah, but that's definitely the goal, I think, at some point to do one, like just one. Maybe, maybe just a few. I don't know. But I have to do at least one, right? Yeah. I just have to do at least one. Yeah, it's something that I've wanted to do and something that I've really honestly been told that I can't do. So that just like only makes me want to do it more. So yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I'm not like trying to sign a contract. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to learn the technique really well. And I need to start training more. So once I can get into a better routine and once I feel like I'm progressing, to the point where I can start sparring again, hopefully I'll get to that point, but definitely don't want to rush that. So I am just listening to my body, being patient, still doing my regular workouts. Although this week I took a week off because holidays. Really it's just holidays are an excuse to take off. But I'm gonna get right back to it tomorrow, so it's all good. But yeah. So what else was I gonna talk about? Oh, let's see what's trending on X. I don't know why I'm so out of breath right now. I think it's because I'm sitting, like, my posture is so bad right now. Oh, yeah, this is much better. Now I can breathe properly. I was like, why can't I not breathe? See what's trending on X. Real Housewives of Potomac is number 2. This is all sports stuff. 90 Day Fiancé. Oh my God. That show. Jesus. That's too much. That show is too much. This is quiet reading time, guys. This is ASMR. Sports. Yeah, I already said. I feel like I don't know what's going on in the world because I'm looking at this trending on X and I have no idea what any of this stuff is. Yeah, I don't know what is going on in the world. I'm on my For You page, and it's just a bunch of sports stuff. They should know that I don't watch sports besides combat sports. I don't watch baseball or football. I don't watch college sports. I don't have time. I like sports, but I can't keep up with all that. It's too much. I don't know how some people do it and keep it all straight. It's crazy. I can't believe everybody's going in on Ian Gary's wife still. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, it is kind of weird. This is a whole new thing to me. I didn't know what a wag was before this whole story came out. And if you guys aren't following the Ian Gary saga, apparently his wife is a wag, which is a wives and girlfriends club of like high profile athletes. That's what it is. So, do with that information what you will. But yeah, that was very strange. So that's what's going on. Oh, what about this beef between Helen Yee and Nina? Nina drama. Oh my God. Yeah, what even happened? This is what Nina said. Oh, Helen said, haven't gotten a text back yet, but hopefully soon. And then Nina responds, I DM'd you when that troll made up a rumor about us beefing and didn't hear from you. Then I approached you in person to let you know I reached out and you didn't seem into it. Then you eventually responded to my initial DM, to which I responded and we exchanged numbers and messaged, and you took a minute to get back to me, so I figured you weren't into it. It's all good, Helen. Never had anything but love. I wish you all the best in your competition. You're gonna fucking kill it. Oh my God. She was going in on this guy on Twitter. I need to start paying more attention to Twitter. I had no idea that Helen Yee was so wild. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Wow, that's funny. Helen Yee versus Nina drama. Co-main event. Logan Paul versus CM Punk. I don't know. That would be kind of funny though. That would be kind of funny. What else is going on in the world? Here's another Ian Gary post. Oh my gosh. Ian Gary has been the talk of the town in the MMA world. And Andrew Huberman's posting a picture of him with his tattoos. Andrew Huberman has revealed his tattoos. Just like that. After all these years. Is he retiring from Stanford or something? He's like, I love that for him, honestly. How do you not love Andrew Huberman? He's the best. He's the best. Yeah, Andrew Huberman is literally a national treasure. Oh my gosh. What else is going on? What? 2 hours ago, breaking news. Scott Hansen and the NFL Red Zone crew is being evacuated immediately from the studio. What? What? There's like alarms going off in the background. Oh my goodness. What? Interesting. That would be so crazy. Like, you're recording a podcast or you're recording a live stream and then all of a sudden just chaos. Oh my goodness. Well, anyways, yeah, that's about all I've got for you guys because I am ready for bed. But yeah, thank you guys for sending in the questions. Thank you for the support. Thank you for sharing my clips. Thank you for literally everything because it really helps me out. But I am going to get going, but I have some really great guests coming up. I have some really awesome episodes scheduled that I'm going to be recording and dropping soon. So definitely make sure to keep an eye out for my new guest episodes that will be coming out every single week, multiple episodes a week. So thank you for checking that out and thank you for the support. So I will see you guys probably in a few days because I have a podcast that I will be recording on Wednesday and I'll be dropping that on Friday. So yeah, stay tuned. But thank you again. Thank you for the support and I will see you guys next time. See ya.